What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Drayden Plays, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to explain why Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is the best Call of Duty. Now, why it's the best is for one word only, and it's the most complete. It is so complete that again, it's just more complete than every other Call of Duty, and I'm going to explain why. First off, the campaign. The campaign was kind of weird, and I'm just going to say this, that the campaign does not define a game. It's probably the least important aspect of Call of Duty at this point, and it kind of sucks because that was really like the only main mode in the beginning, and that's where Call of Duty really started and hit its stride, was the campaign mode. The campaign in Black Ops 3 wasn't that good, and when I say complete, I really just mean the other game modes rather than this, but it's not like the campaign was awful. It was not Call of Duty Ghosts-esque. It was okay, but it really just wasn't that good compared to other campaigns. It was just kind of weird, and I think the reason why we say this is because for me, it was just way too futuristic. I thought that the one thing the campaign did good was like how you could do dual campaign. That was really cool, but it was way too futuristic to me, and they had a little too much extra stuff that I felt like should not have been in the game for reasons to be said later. But let's talk about multiplayer. Now, multiplayer was very innovative. It was very innovative. I think that Advanced Warfare, gosh, I was getting mixed up. Advanced Warfare was probably the most innovative Call of Duty multiplayer just because of the new movement mechanics, and I feel like Black Ops 3 took what was I'm going to say a sort of flawed movement system and made it great. It was so much more fluid in Black Ops 3, especially because you could run on the walls, you could do all these different movements, and again, that Black Ops 3 basically took a great idea and just perfected it to the max. And it was such a good multiplayer basically for that reason, was because the new movement mechanics actually worked out in this game. They did not work out very well in Advanced Warfare, not everybody liked them. But the fact that you could run the wall, the fact that it was so much easier to use the jetpack because the thrusters it was just a great idea that they perfected. Black Ops 3 multiplayer perfected the new movement mechanics. And another thing, it was way more fast-paced than Advanced Warfare. I thought Advanced Warfare was fast-paced, but it wasn't nearly as fast-paced as Black Ops 3. And I think that was the whole goal of the new movement mechanics, to make it more fast-paced. Black Ops 3 took, again, the movement mechanics and perfected it, which made the game even more fast-paced and it was even better. As Advanced Warfare, it was a fast-paced game, but not nearly as fast-paced as Black Ops 3, because Black Ops 3, like, you got everybody running the walls around, you got everybody flying around, you got everybody sliding around. It is crazy playing multiplayer, I tell you that, especially like on a small map like Combine or Nuketown. There's everybody everywhere, and it's just going fast, it's going super fast. And again, another thing that Black Ops 3 did really well was their multiplayer. And another thing that the multiplayer really introduced that I really enjoyed was specialist weapons. Specialist weapons, a very innovative factor, and something that really contributed to the success of Black Ops 3. There was all these like new little things that they added, which people were sort of not okay with at first. When I first saw like the specialist weapons, I wasn't really on board with it. I thought it was a little too OP. But adding that, and it's just basically like another kill streak that you get after a while, and it's really fun and really cool to use. And another thing Black Ops 3 multiplayer added that was really good was the character system, which basically was the specialist weapon, but you had your own character. Great idea. That's why people really like the games like Overwatch, because it's character specific. And Black Ops multiplayer and Call of Duty multiplayer was never like that before Black Ops 3. Just character specific, and the black market I feel like was definitely perfected in this game. It was actually like really fun. You can do it's kind of like FIFA in a way when you do those pack openings, but black market openings, and that was a really cool factor. I think everything they added to multiplayer was good, and that's usually not the case. If you look back at previous games like Advanced Warfare, I said it right. It's the movement mechanics were not great at the time. It was like okay, but again, they were really laggy, very glitchy, and they just weren't very good. And the whole like ray guns, whatever, not the ray gun, but the whole like guns that you like energy or whatever, those were not really taken well by all the community as a whole. So I think that Black Ops 3 multiplayer added so much innovative stuff that was actually good. They innovated very good, and they perfected a previous idea. Now let's go to zombies. Zombies, Black Ops 3, again, maybe the most innovative game out of all of them. It had great things that we loved from the past and introduced new amazing things like tactics. The specialist weapons are awesome on that map. The new pack-a-punchable bullet type things, you know what I'm talking about. Dead wire, blast furnace, turned, fireworks, all that good stuff. All that added, and then just a classic feel of all the maps. I thought that every map had its own, it was very unique, and again, it had like different, like I'm trying to think, like it had just different stuff to the map that was unique to the map, which was awesome. To give you an example, like Shadows of Evil, like the Cthulhu statues, just little stuff like that was awesome. It introduced the Margot. We didn't see the Margot all of Black Ops 3 until Revelations again. Introduced stuff like the Margot, and it was unique to the Apothicons, a new boss that, you know, we'd come to learn later. And then it also added old aspects of other maps, and I mean, they just added another old map in the Giant back into the game, which was great because every time you feel bored of Shadows, you can just play the Giant. Now let's go to the DLCs, okay? Der Eisendrache in a castle. I mean, great idea. And then it brought back the 4 wonder weapon system, which we loved from Origins. Another great idea. And again, it added specific stuff to each map that was awesome and that everyone actually enjoyed. Zetsubou took a step back, and that's like the only thing that really ticks me off about Black Ops 3 is just Zetsubou as a whole. It was a okay idea that just did not go right, and that's basically what Transit was. But the thing is, every Call of Duty Zombies game is going to have that one terrible map. Let's see, Transit, Shangri-La. I'm just going to say Verrückt because not many people like Verrückt, and then Zetsubou Nishima. That, again, every Zombies game is going to have one foot trip up. But if you put Zetsubou in a different game, it would be a very good map. We would like Zetsubou if it was in a different game. But whatever, it's going. Garad Krovi. Very innovative because it added the box weapons that would actually make you want to hit the box for once. It wasn't just some weapons that everything was actually okay. You wanted to hit the box, so you want to get new weapons like the PPSH, the FAMAS, the Shadow Claws to some extent if you want to revive your players, the L6 Siege. Added great box weapons that we just wanted to see in the box. And it also, what Garad Krovi did great was just like, oh my gosh, it was so classic because it had those 3 specific areas to the map, and you had to open up all of them to get to Pack Punch, just like Duris. It just, man, Garad Krovi, you did good. Now let's go to Revelations, where it actually added old maps into it. It added all these new wonder weapons that we asked for. It added all this stuff, but the thing that Black Ops 3 Zombies really did right was the whole Easter eggs. Every Easter egg was intense, it was compelling, and it was so much better than other Easter eggs. And that's because you actually felt a sense of reward after you did them. You got the cutscene, you know, all this stuff was awesome. All this stuff was awesome, you know, you got the cutscene, the quotes from the radios, all the Monty quotes and Revelations. It really did the storyline great. And again, that's where Black Ops 3 as a whole just is better than the other games. It can last us for longer than the other games, just to the point that the multiplayer perfected old movements. The multiplayer is great. It's so fast-paced, it's really hard to get bored of. Campaign was but you can do a 2-player campaign, added innovation right there. And then the zombies, it was so replayable because they added stuff from old maps and then innovated to new heights with everything that I've said, like Gobblegum, new box weapons, all this stuff. I feel like Black Ops 3, it's just the most complete game as a whole because of everything it has. Not like if you can name a Call of Duty that had great zombies, a great side mode zombies, campaign, whatever, medium campaign and great multiplayer. It's really hard. The only game that I say competes with this is maybe Black Ops 2, just because the campaign was good, the multiplayer was great, and the zombies was okay. But I mean, again, if you're not into zombies, you might think games like MW2 or MW3. But again, I think Black Ops 3, it was so complete, and that's why it's the best Call of Duty of all time. If you guys like videos like these, make sure you leave a like, comment some new video ideas that I can follow. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, join the Drainin Plays Players. I haven't really made a name for my subscribers yet, but peace out, everybody. Stay drained.